Hello and welcome to Tending the Soul, this ministry at Robbinsdale Parkway United Church of Christ that seeks to invite you into that place of deep caring for who you are and who the world is. I'm Reverend T. Michael Rock. I'm one of the pastors here with Reverend Kathy Itzen, and we just want to remind you how loved you are and how this community rests in this place of deep loving for the journey of discovering who we really are, because that is such a holy and sacred journey, that the sense of identifying ourselves as holy and beloved beings in this world. And today is a day that is a day of tenderness and compassion that we hold in our world, because today is a day we call the Transgender Remembrance Day. And acknowledges the lives that have been lost for folks in the trans community. And for a variety of reasons, as we all know, there have been moments of suffering and pain in this world during these days of COVID. But that hits communities that are vulnerable and disenfranchised by so many people. And it's true of the trans community as well. And so today, on our video on our Facebook page, you'll be able to see a video of remembrance. But in the moment of tending the soul, I want to lift up this idea that is not new at all, although it may seem new, is that gender is a spectrum of understanding oneself. And that spectrum has deep theological roots. And the Apostle Paul, for instance, says very clearly that nothing separates us from the love of God. And he talks about not being male or female. And in the early days of the Jewish tradition, we talk about the divine image creating all beings. Male and female, they are created. It's an and in there, in the tradition. And so we are all possibilities of gender in our bodies. And one of the hardships that separate us and divide us all the time is these dualistic understandings that you're either this or that. And those have been hurtful and painful for many communities as we've gone through life. It divided people by race and by gender and by economic class and every other ways of dividing people. But in this soul-tending moment, for you, I want you to know that you are beloved and whole as you are encompassing all of the possibilities of gender in you. And your discovery who you are is a sacred journey. Discovery of who you are, this understanding of yourself as a gendered person, is a gift to the world. Because how you express yourself and as you name yourself, we as our community will listen and respond and be on this journey with you. This is a journey of liberation, and we know that our faith and all faiths at their core essence of who they are seek to liberate people. Liberate people from the bonds that keep people separate from who they are and who we are in relationship. And so, friends, I want you to understand that this gender journey is not a new phenomena of the 21st century. It is as old as time as human beings walked on the earth, discovering who they were in the midst of this planet and its relationship to the air, the sky, and the water. Nobody gets this more, of course, than the indigenous communities that lift up in a sacred way the two-spirited folk. The folk that live in all gender possibilities, who don't see separate roles or ways of being as something that is completely defining of who they are. And so open yourself up to the possibility of love. On this Transgender Remembrance Day, find in your own heart all the ways you are human, and celebrate who you are and who you are becoming. And know that as we celebrate liberation and safety and justice, you are loved. Amen.